As you can imagine, COVID has been incredibly difficult to navigate for the arts, especially music. Throughout the country, major opera companies, symphonies, and Broadway have had to shut their doors while navigating the COVID storm. For our students, many of the typical classroom and performance opportunities they normally would have had to be canceled or changed to a virtual setting. As a result, the faculty put their collective heads together, and with a little research, ingenuity, and a whole bunch of dedication, we came up with some unique and meaningful opportunities for our students. Collaboration has been a central theme of our work during COVID. Here are just a few examples of the many collaborations our students benefited from this past year. Collaboration within the university. Our production of Johann Strauss's opera Die Fledermaus combined the efforts of the opera, choral, and orchestral areas of the music department with the communication arts department, specifically the theater program who worked on set design, costuming, lights, and sound, along with the digital film area covering videography. Collaboration with professionals in the music education field. Zoom lectures and discussions were held with some of the best and brightest in the music education field. Collaboration with area schools. The UWS Orchestra will be combining forces with the Superior Middle and High School orchestras to create a special virtual musical project for the May 4th UWS Orchestra concert. Since it's May the 4th, as in May the 4th be with you, we of course will be playing the theme from Star Wars. Collaboration with the community. Many of our faculty are deeply committed to work within the community during the pandemic. This includes music directing for several area religious institutions and focusing on education. The Duluth Superior Symphony Youth Orchestra program features many of our faculty, including UWS flute instructor Melanie Seaver, who is the administrative director and concert orchestra coordinator, Brett Jones, who is the percussion ensemble director, and Aaron Aldridge, who is the Symphonia coordinator. The majority of our instrumental faculty lead sectionals for the Youth Symphony program. In the world of opera education, Vicki Fingelson is currently coordinating a virtual opera camp for college singers this summer through Minnesota Opera. The following video will show a small example of the work the music department has been doing to support our students' performance and academic education.
Hi, I'm Greg Moore, Jazz Program Director at UW Superior. As you can imagine, putting together a plan for the jazz groups last fall presented some challenges to say the least. In place of our typical live concerts, we decided to put together a virtual jazz concert that would have to be recorded individually, then edited, then released on YouTube. We were only able to meet on campus from September through Thanksgiving. In order to allow time for all the students to record individually, we had to finish group rehearsals by early October. So roughly 6 weeks of group rehearsal was all we got, for both the jazz band and the combo. From that point on, the students had to practice individually, and they had to be ready to go when their time came. What I will say is that one of the things that impressed me the most was how thoroughly prepared our students were when they came in to record. They really rose to the challenge. And several of them mentioned that they found the recording process a great learning experience and that it was something that would benefit them in their musical careers. On my end, it was a lot of hard work, to be honest. I had some experience using the program Pro Tools for audio mixing, but I had never actually recorded with it before, and I had absolutely zero experience as a video editor. So I had a crash course in recording with Pro Tools and video editing with Adobe Premiere Pro. In the end, somehow it all came together in time for our December 10th premiere. You can be the judge of the results. I'm very proud of our students, and I'm glad that we were able to face the challenges of the pandemic and come away with a great learning experience, both for myself and most importantly for our students.
Boogie 1, boogie 2, boogie 3, boogie 4, 5, boogie 6, boogie 7, boogie 8, 9, 10. Hi, I'm Dr. David Potter, and I'm the Assistant Professor and Coordinator of Music Education here at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. While COVID has required us to make many adjustments throughout this past year, I can say that three things have remained the same. First, we continue to have small class sizes with world-class faculty. Second, students continue to have endless opportunities for collaboration. And third, the program continues to place a culture of care at the center of everything we do. So what has changed? Well, with so many people teaching online, the music education program gained unprecedented access to music educators and professors across the United States who logged in over Zoom to speak with students in the music education department. Here are just some of the themes that have come from our class discussions.
How can you implement stories that center musicians of color? And I think it's important that when we present different types of music or different ways to make music, that it is presented in a way that its validity, not in comparison to Western classical music, but like it has its own validity and it's standing on its own feet.
It's not just about sexuality, but anything about you. It could be your interests in music, the kind of music that you're into, or the kind of music that you want to teach.
The thing that I try to impress upon a lot of the practicing teachers that I talk to when I start talking about UDL is that a lot of times people are like, I don't know what to do. And the reality is we do.
For me as a teacher, that was a super hard switch to being like, I've got 4 concerts coming up and we have to sound good on the stage. But I had to take a step back and say, I need to care for my students as individuals, their emotional safety, their physical safety, before we can even think about the articulation in that piece.
The bottom line is students are more likely to go to school if there are visible allies.
The best teachers learn to know their students. And I think that's true whether they're adults or elementary school students or high school students or babies. Different things will work for certain children and won't work for others. Play. Learning through play is so important. Play.
This has been a great year for music education at UWS as we have seen our graduates licensed, teaching, and performing as members of the profession. Students taking classes in music education have taught both in person and online, collaborating in ways that only a year ago might have seemed unimaginable. Unique to UWS is the community itself. Students in music education are developing practices, philosophies, and curricular approaches to music teaching and learning, including taking the time to see music classes in action and interviewing music teachers to learn from and share about their experiences. And of course, we are making music. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you so that we can continue to learn and expand in our knowledge, practices, and music making, because together we are growing, together we are better, and together we are superior.
Greetings, my name is Michael Fuchs and I'm the Director of Choral Activities here at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. This semester I have had the privilege of collaborating on the opera Die Fledermaus, and we are here with Dr. Fingelson who's directing the opera, and 4 of our seniors who I will let introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Taylor Jones and I'm a vocal performance major. I'm from Reedsburg, Wisconsin, and I play the character Adele.
Hi, I'm Taryn Pedersen. I'm also a vocal performance major, and I'm from Duluth, Minnesota, and I play the character Prince Orlovsky.
I'm Kyle Sullivan. I am a pipe organ performance major. I grew up here in Superior, Wisconsin, and I did second violin in the orchestra. I sang in the chorus, and I worked on the costumes for the production.
Hello, I am Victoria Thompson. I am a performance major here at UWS. I am from Prior Lake, Minnesota, and I play the character of Rosalinda.
Thank you. So Dr. Fingelson, I'm curious, what is the process for producing an opera in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, we had 3 primary goals. The first one was to provide the best musical experience for the students. The second was to provide the best theatrical experience. And the third was, of course, to make sure everybody stayed safe. So in order to do that, we recorded all of the music live with masks and distanced with orchestra and singers in Thorpe Langley Auditorium. And then the students will be on stage in Mannion Theater with sets and costumes and dialogue that will all be delivered live. And then when the music happens, they will be lip syncing to themselves, having recorded that music previously.
Sounds like a fun and unique challenge.
Indeed.
Kyle, what has been the most rewarding part of the process for you?
Well, I'm sure it will be when we eventually get to see the entire opera completed, but in the interim and working on it, the most rewarding thing for me has been being able to work with so many different people in so many different parts of our fine arts department.
Awesome. And Taylor, so what has been the most challenging part of the process?
I think that the most challenging part of the process has really been the mask barrier, whether while recording the music and how it affects our singing technique, or on stage trying to read each other's facial expressions or energies and really not being able to understand them as well.
I think we can all relate to the challenges that mask wearing provides to our everyday life, not to mention producing an opera. So Taryn, could you share with us what one of the most memorable moments of this process and of the opera has been for you?
Yes, just seeing my colleagues and I begin to bring out our characters' true personalities and embody our characters. Each character has like their own intricate details about them and different accents and stuff. So it's just been really fun seeing everybody come out of their shell and have fun.
And Tori, how has this helped prepare you for your musical future?
Well, I am currently pursuing a degree in vocal performance for the intent to become not only a voice teacher, but a performer. This is the very first opera that I have ever had the pleasure to be a part of. And despite all of the hurdles that we have faced with COVID, it's really helped me a lot to prepare for my future as a musician. I now have a great idea about how independent you have to be in order to do well and hold your own amongst a cast of amazing actors. I know that you have to be willing to turn on a dime and change things because the way you interpret a mood or feeling or action may not be the same way it reads to the audience. And something that Rosalinda in particular has taught me is that it takes a great deal of vulnerability and bravery. It has shown me that you have to be willing to put everything out there and not be afraid to be vulnerable, because when you are, you can create some pretty amazing music.